Hello, everyone. Oh, I didn't close my goddamn walk-in wardrobe door. Jesus Christ. Real professional Philip. Started the stream and I forgot one more thing. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Just making sure there's, like, nothing else incriminating in the background. 1 second.
And now restart the opening so we have a proper video.
I mean, I keep the pre-stream anyway. You should know me, Zen.
You gotta edit stuff. Okay.
No, because if I get rid of the pre-stream, if I edit it out, then the fucking live chat goes away when during the VOD.
Yeah, who cares about the live chat right now?
Oh, wow.
We don't have hundreds of live chatters. We're not Hollow Live English.
Shut up. All right, let me just make sure that I am center in the frame. Hi, Lilith. Hi, Groovy. Hi, Fruity. Oh, that's the first time I ever called you Groovy. Fruity, Groovy.
Hi, Fruity. Sorry,
Hello.
I didn't care about you guys. It's just we don't have the audience that like friggin' Hollow Live does, where you can go 5 seconds and you get 50 messages.
50. That's a fucking low bar right there. Alright. Hey! Hello, Sully. How's it going? How's it going? Thank you for joining.
Are you ready to talk Sonic?
I am ready to talk Sonic. I'm very ready. I got some cookies with me here. That's good.
Anyway, we're going to learn about Phil's wrong opinion about Sonic themes and vocal Sonic tracks again.
Hello.
This is our second Sonic live stream.
Hello, Mackerel. Thank you for joining joining the chat. I don't know if this is your first time in the chat, but welcome. Thank you for joining. But yeah, so in case you missed the last part, well, first of all, you should probably go check out the last part. Not if you're watching live. If you're watching live, you stay here. I know I'm pointing this way, but like on screen, it's
this is why we make our videos into VODs and you edit them. So.
Shut up! I don't operate the same way as you, Zen. But with that being said, thank you all for joining us. This is the second part of our grand vocal Sonic song tier list. When we last left off with the first part, we had taken care of Sonic City, Sonic R, Sonic Adventure, and half of Sonic Adventure 2. We got rid of all the character themes and live and learn with Sonic Adventure 2. But now, with this stream, we're going to kick things off with the level themes and boss themes from SA2 to clear that game. Because SA2 has a lot of songs. SA2 has a lot of songs. And then after that, we're going to head into Heroes, Shadow. We're going to end things with Riders for this stream. We figured that like approximately like 25 songs or so is like kind of our sweet spot so that we don't go too long with each of these streams. I know Zen doesn't like streaming for very long. Isn't that right, Zen?
Well, I have to record after this because we're still working on Danganronpa 2. And for those wondering, I have only 5 more recordings for Danganronpa 2, and I want to get them done. 5 more, and then Danganronpa 2, this magnum opus is almost done, and I can put it in the bin. But also just because like there's a lot when it comes to Sonic songs. There's a lot that's good. There's a lot to talk about, and so like when we went through like a lot of them, those were a lot of the stuff that we knew. But Sonic Adventure 2 has so many songs. It gets less as you go, but like there's a lot to talk about, and there's a lot of history and stuff. And I figure giving a little bit of time per song, you gotta give it time to go from there. So
yeah,
when it comes to Sonic songs, I'm giving myself more time than I need. I don't care if it is a little bit less, 2 hours is a good sweet spot, and that way I can get back to Danganronpa 2.
Also, you'll notice that the chat is actually fixed this time, because last time I ran into an issue where This guy has some nice long hair. Thank you, Tate Stankum. I don't know what's up with that username, but thank you for complimenting the hair. I gotta get it re-dyed because it's been quite a while since I've gotten my hair done. But yeah, I fixed the chat because last time it was running into an issue where it wasn't becoming transparent. So I just said screw it. I left the chat off screen. Let me just catch up with some messages here. So it says, good, how are you? I am doing great. I hope that you've been doing well. It's been a hot minute since we've chatted. This is Mackerel's first time in chat, so thank you for joining. I hope you stick around. Next week, just to get this out of the way first and foremost, next week we're going to be finally returning to streaming, hopefully full-time. We're going to be doing, or starting up, my Let's Play quote-unquote. It's my live stream series of Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which is a game I've been meaning to play for ages. So I hope you guys join me for that, because I've really been excited to jump into the game. Bully the new guy with love. Yes, bully them with love. Let me see. Let me put that in. Love in the chat. And then Fruity says, I'm doing good, gotten Yu-Gi-Oh cards, gonna build a Red Eyes deck that is actually decent. Nice. What deck are you frequenting right now, Zen? Because I know you've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
I mean, I've been doing a water deck. It hasn't been doing very well, and we haven't been doing a lot of prog lately where, you know, it would actually benefit, but I'm doing a water deck. Water deck was pretty good, and it got me some good wins there, but I'll probably change it up as we go because we probably won't. I'm going to be going out of state for training again. New job is a lot of work, but once we actually get things kind of set up, I'll be here full time. Prague has been on the back burner. A lot of things have been on the back burner. Right now, the only thing that I've been focusing on is my cats and Danganronpa 2. I want Danganronpa 2 done.
Hold that thought for a second, Zen. Sorry about that, my brother just stepped in and was like, cringe Yu-Gi-Oh players. For context, he's a Pokemon trading card game player, so he has no room to fucking judge.
And besides, Lil saying that Water Deck was OP in the GX era, we're currently in the 5Ds era, and I hate Synchro Summons, and we're going to be doing Pendulum Summons soon, and I'm just like...
Look, Synchros are nothing. Synchros, actually, when you rack your head around that, are not that bad. It's Pendulums that I say fuck, because I don't like how Pendulums change the entire game. It's why I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
Xyzs can be good, but like the way they're used right now at the end of the 5Ds era, it changes and breaks the game, because people can just get like a super powerful monster by placing 3 monsters down. I'm just like, I miss Classic and GX era. At least then I had a chance.
Better.
Yeah, the Blackwings deck is what Rosen is running, and he loves Blackwings, and I'm just over here like, I just want my water deck. I just want water.
Kitty cats, yep. Excuse me, talking with a mouthful. So, yes, kitty cats. Get used to the kitty cats. We have a lot of cats. Well, Zen has a lot of cats. I unfortunately do not have cats because they would eat my bird. Because we have a bird at home.
Yeah, 3 of them here now.
I got 2 cats over here, and they're very vicious. In any case, now we should probably talk about Sonic, shouldn't we?
We very much should talk about Sonic. So let me get rid of the Stardust Speedway OST. So let me put that to the side. Let me.
Man, when are we gonna rank the actual non-vocal Sonic songs?
That's a fool's errand. But yeah, so let me quickly change
We should definitely do it though.
to the 16:9 screen. Okay, so all right, let me put the chat as.
I'm crazy.
Let me make the chat a little smaller. There we go. All right, so I have changed my ranking up slightly, not very much. It's still like every song is in the same tier that they were last time. It's just I think I've done like, say, like for example, Lazy Days. I moved to like below Living in the City, like, you know, stuff like that, where I've like moved stuff by like one placement. But overall, it's still largely the same. And we have Zen's tier here as well. I'm gonna have to keep remaking your one, Zen, like at the start of every single at the start of every
At the
single
very least,
stream,
mine
because
hasn't changed. Like my tastes have not changed. Plus, we're gonna have to add one tier below because I added a new tier for this one segment, the G tier.
Oh
G.
god, we'll get to that when we get to it. But first up, we've got a song that goes without saying, and also as we go through all the songs, just let me know, guys, in the chat if you think the audio is balanced enough, if you think it's everything sounds fine. So let us start with.
Oh, before you need to share a screen with me. I can't see.
Right, yes. Let me quickly share screens. Hopefully Discord. Yes, good. Discord's on the other monitor. Good. So it shouldn't be popping out. Where are you? There we go.
Yeah, I didn't.
Good. There we go.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So now let's begin with a song that really should go without saying. That's City Escape. All right, you want to start with City Escape, Zen?
Yeah. Well, first of all, this is a song that like means a little bit different after we did the Bun Plays episode. For those who don't know, we had a whole Rolling saga, but now that Rolling is real, Escape from the City is amazing. I'm gonna go with S tier. It's like just rolling around at the speed of sound. Follow my rainbow.
It is a really fucking good song. It is so good.
It is immediately engaging and has some of the best opening instrumentation of Crush 40. Like, I think
it ain't Crush 40.
Live and Learn is
It's hold on.
It's Jun Sano. It's Jun Sano.
Should have pulled it up beforehand. Let me quickly do that now. Here we go. It is sung by Ted Poley and Tony Harnell, who also did It Doesn't Matter. Well, okay, Tony Harnell did It Doesn't Matter in SA2, and then I believe no, Tony Harnell did it for both games. Okay, yeah.
But like yeah. Jun Sano composed it, and the thing is, Jun Sano is in Crush 40.
Yeah, but Jun Sano in of himself is not Crush 40. Just as
it sounds like a Crush 40 song. Like,
it does, but it's like also you wouldn't call Johnny Gioeli Crush 40 in of himself just because he sings the Crush 40 songs, you know?
Okay, well let me finish my thought. I put this at S tier because like the opening composition of the song is so engaging. It's probably the best that they've done since Live and Learn in a Sonic game. And it's just like, it's immediately engaging, it's pumping, it is very 90s, but also at the same time, it just, the lyrics are iconic. It's perfect for Sonic. Like, this is what he's all about. And like, attitude, 90s cool, S tier.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the same. I'm putting this into S tier. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly get something else on the side, very quickly. Oh
now,
yeah.
The reason why it's not like quite S plus or S plus plus as some of the other Sonic songs is like, I kind of agree with Johnny after like listening to this. I think, while I love a lot of SA2 songs, Sonic Adventure had the better energy and variety, and like some of the Sonic Adventure 1 songs are amazing, and it's really hard to top them. So City Escape is probably the best of the S for me, but
Sonic Adventure 1 definitely. Go ahead.
I feel like SA2 just muted a lot of the songs. They're more laid back. They're better for a game, but not as good for individual listens.
I can kind of understand that. It's SA1 is definitely more has more variety, whereas SA2 does have variety, but it's very segmented. It's mostly rock focused. I still love it though. I adore SA2 soundtrack. I am going to put for myself. I'm gonna put Escape from the City also in S tier because it is the quintessential first level theme. It is like, when you think of the first level in any Sonic game, you're either thinking of Green Hill or you're thinking of City Escape. Like, you're thinking of Escape from the City. It's like,
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's like, if you're thinking of how can we encapsulate the feeling of playing this game the most, it is City Escape and Escape from the City, and I love this track so much. Where in S tier would you put it, Zen?
So what do I have in S tier? It doesn't
it's
above,
matter.
It doesn't.
Above?
It's above. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because It Doesn't Matter is amazing, but I feel like this is the quintessential like Sonic opening track.
Yeah. I play more SA2,
like
so I have more of a
version.
bias to it than SA1. See, I played SA1 and 2 like about as equally as each other because I didn't grow up with them as like a young kid. I only picked them up when I was like in my late preteens, like 12 years old or so. Because that's when I started getting into the Sonic fan base.
I played SA2 as a teen, so like a lot of it is just like, hey, I really like it, I really liked it, but I was more focusing on the gameplay. Sonic Adventure 1, I've only played one stage at a friend's house, because what's a Dreamcast? I don't have one of those.
See, I only started getting into SA1 and 2 because I started watching people like Clement and Johnny, and they were talking about SA1 and 2, and I was like, oh, one of these games. I look into them, and the moment I start looking at footage for them, I start thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, hold on a second, these stories look familiar, because one of the first pieces of Sonic media I ever watched was Sonic X, and Sonic X adapts the stories of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. So I was looking at these games and I'm like, wait a minute, this is just the stories that were in Sonic X. And so I finally ended up picking them up because they got re-released on PS3 and Xbox 360 in like the early 2010s. And so that was the way that I ended up playing SA1 and 2. I personally like SA2 more than SA1, but they're both fun games. With that said though, Zen, are you ready to get into some Knuckles rap?
You damn right, Phil.
Okay, this first rap, because now we're gonna head on into the first Knuckles rap, which was for Wild Canyon. It's Kick the Rock, and this first line always gets me for stupid reasons. This is Knuckles, and I'm back! I don't know why that gets me laughing.
Bitches. I'm back, bitches.
0 out of 10.
So here's the
Pumpkin
thing,
Hill.
like, Knuckles' songs are great in this, but I feel like Hunnid-P, like, made them more laid-back level themes, and it's really shown here, where this is a nice B-tier theme for me. It's laid-back, it's fitting for Knuckles, but it doesn't have, like, the energy of what was that Knuckles song from the beginning? Unknown from Me.
Unknown from ME.
Yeah, so Unknown from ME is a much more energetic and better Knuckles song. This though has a great laid back feel. It's great for gameplay. It's not nearly as good as the other one, but the lyrics are pure amazing and how bad they are, and I love it. Yeah, Rube, she's sexy and smooth.
A double-crossing spy thief who's out for my jewels.
Like, yo, man, like it's a.
No, I'm sorry, I never noticed I never noticed he's like, come here, little thief. It's like, bro, you're not going hard, Knuckles. You aren't going as hard as you think you are. Look, this one's, of all the songs in this game, this one is perhaps my biggest guilty pleasure, because some of the Knuckles' raps I do think are legitimately like fun, even though they are cheesy. This one is like, alright, this is kind of stupid and bad, but like, I like it. So for me personally, I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Kick the Rock at the top of C tier. Like, in my heart, it's an S tier song, because I love this song so much. But, like realistically, C tier is like, right for it. What about
It's
you?
very cheesy. It has some really weird lyrics. For me, it's a B tier, but show me what I have for what's my B tier list
Your
looking
B
like?
tier is your B tier is Lazy Days, Sonic Boom, It Doesn't Matter from SA2, Back in Time, Diamond in the Sky, and Throw It All Away.
I think it's above Sonic Boom, but not as good as Lazy Days.
Okie dokie. Yeah, real tier. For real it's C tier. In Philip's heart, it's S plus. Absolutely. I can only
plus.
I can only remember the Aaron Hansen version of the song. Yeah, Aaron, whenever he plays a Sonic game and some vocal track comes on, just makes up his own lyrics, and it's like that's one of the better parts of his Sonic Let's Plays.
All right. With that being said, I think it's time for It's time for the real-time fandom Sonic Adventure 2.
Hey guys! You know what this place looks like? Looks like Pumpkin Hill.
I love that he just kept doing that the entire.
The Great Emerald.
They're walking around like
but it's around somewhere. This probably seems crazy, a graveyard theory. It's like, it's such a cheesy song, but it's so good. It's so good.
Okay, so Pumpkin Hill for me, a Ghost Pumpkin Soup as it's called,
which is a bowl. It's a bowler title, by the way.
Yeah, Ghost Pumpkin Soup. It's A tier. It's pure nostalgia because I always used to love this specific level the most out of all of Sonic ones.
It is the best Knuckles level in the entire game.
It is one of the best Knuckles. It has a really great beat, fantastic flow. It still doesn't quite have the same energy, but like this is probably the best cheesy rap in the game. It's spooky. It has the backbeat. It's about ghosts. Ghost Bunny. I love it. So that's A tier.
Which position do you put in?
So what are we having A tier right now?
Well, you can see the screen. I've shared my screens with you.
I know, but it's small and I have trouble reading.
Okay, well, Fly into Freedom is at the beginning, then Supersonic Racing. You can do anything.
No, sorry, Phil. I can't. I know. I still can't see it. I know. Anyway, can you please continue?
Yeah, so you can Fly into Freedom, Supersonic Racing, You Can Do Anything, Number 1, Believe in Myself, Living in the City.
All right. Kitty, Kana, that's my
Kitties.
Kana. All right, I'm getting a lot of distraction here. Say them again for me. I'm just trying to decide.
Fly into Freedom.
Yeah.
Supersonic Racing.
You know what? That would be controversial. I think it's better than Supersonic Racing, but not as good as Flying to Freedom.
Okay. Got someone else in the chat. Derek, thank you for joining. Can you react to For the True Story? I mean, we'll get to it. We're handling all the level themes first, so we'll get to that in a second. Okay, we're done with Pumpkin Hill. We can go home now. No, don't leave our stream.
Pumpkin Hill's Peak.
Meanwhile, on my end, I'm gonna put Pumpkin Hill or a Ghost Pumpkin Soup. I'm gonna put it in the middle of A tier. Where though? I'm gonna put it at the bottom of A tier. I think that's. Oh, we're going into the next song. I think that's most appropriate for Pumpkin Hill. It's a banger of a song, but I'm comparing it to like the Sonic R soundtrack, and it's like, I don't know. It's fun and cheesy, but I'm gonna keep it where it is right now. Like, What did I write in my?
That's
in the
blasphemy
document?
right there. That is Pumpkin Hill blasphemy.
uh, yeah, this one's like. I wrote in my notes like this one's probably the best of all of Knuckles' rap, like setting an appropriate mood for the stage itself. It strikes a good balance between being cornball fun and being moody. Yep. And then we head into the next rap, which is Dive into the Mellow, which is for aquatic.
It's very watertight.
It is for aquatic mine.
I personally had Aquatic Mine as B tier. It's very mellow and laid back. Sometimes a bit too mellow, but it's cool and calm and fun. It's something that is nice to have in the middle of a set of stages. Very much like, okay, we've had all the Pumpkin Hill ghosts, we've had all the cool 90s rock. Let's have a little bit laid back. I think that works for it. So it's a solid B tier for me.
Would you say it's better or worse than Kick the Rock?
Better.
Better? Okay.
Better than Kick the Rock.
Put it right above Kick the Rock then.
Yeah, I think it's better than Kick the Rock. I think that's a good place for it, yeah.
I am going to actually put this one in C tier, to be honest, because
You're wrong.
it's
Because you're wrong.
no, it's a nice mellow track. It's just that it's not nearly as memorable as like any of the other Knuckles raps in the game. And when it comes to his raps, it's like memorability. That memorability factor really like is important for me because like they're cheesy as hell, and it's like they're you know, I feel like they very much encapsulate this era of like of the series perfectly, and it either needs to be like really like banging, it needs to be a really banging tune, or it needs to be like cheesy as hell, and like it's chill, it's nice, it's just it's not very memorable for me, and so I'm gonna leave it in C tier. The lyrics are what hold it back. Yeah, I agree. That's the
Lyrics hold it back, but I think it's funkier and more energetic than Kick the Rock, personally.
Yeah. And then following that, we have the piss chamber, the death chamber. I apologize. Yeah. This song's a banger for sure. What do you think?
I have it an A tier. It has some really funky backbeats, but the Death Chamber repeat is very spooky, so it really combines really well.
Yeah.
But for me, it's the lyrics. It's like, you're damn right, Knuckles. On its own, it's B tier, but with the lyrics, it bumps it up to A tier for me. It's a very A tier for me for that because of just, you damn right, Knuckles.
Where in A tier do you want to put it?
Above. Let's see. What's the last one that I put from Sonic Adventure 2 there?
A Ghost Pumpkin. Oh no, the last one on the A tier is Believe in Myself at the end tier.
It's just below a Ghost Pumpkin Soup.
Okay.
Just below that.
Gotcha. I don't think that's the point right now, Knuckles.
I don't think that's the point now, Knuckles. You're damn right, Knuckles.
Stop being stubborn and think. Well, I guess you're right. You're damn right, Knuckles.
You're damn right, Knuckles. Like Pumpkin Hill, a Ghost Pumpkin Soup is better put together, but this is just more. This is just a lot of fun.
I think that Sonic and Knuckles portion in the middle is like probably the cheesiest part out of like any of the Knuckles raps, because it's like, but at the same time it is like, I do like how it goes from moodier tone like Dive into the Mellow while also being like really spooky because of the death chamber. Like I really like that. Yeah, I think that kind of like a Ghost Pumpkin Soup, it strikes that like that nice balance.
It's a nice balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ended up putting this one in B tier right alongside Lazy Days and Believe in Myself. With that said, though, let's go into the final of Knuckles' raps, which is the track for Media Herd, Space Trip Steps.
Okay.
And there we go.
So,
what do you think, Zen?
This is a solid C. Like, don't get me wrong, the beat is really, really damn good and fitting, but the vocals are just meh. It has major points for energy, but I don't care about the lyrics or the vocals. I feel like it is very lacking for a song, personally.
So this is B tier for you?
C.
C tier? Okay. Better or worse than Work It Out?
Better than Work It Out.
Okay. I like it. I actually like this track. I think that here's my thing with this song. I think the instrumentals work better than the actual rap itself. I think the rap itself is kind of... It's a little bit, like, disjointed, and it's the only Knuckles song that I wish didn't have a rap accompanying it, because I actually really like the instrumentals. I gotta check if there's... I have to check if there's, like, an instrumental version of the song, because the rap is honestly, like, the weakest.
If it was just the instrumentals, it would be a B.
Yeah, it'd probably be an A for me in that case. Lilith with, like, his worst level with an okay song. Okay, so here's actually my hot take. I like Meteor Herd in SA2. Because I know it's a criticism a lot of people have where it's like the Knuckles and Rouge stages in SA2 are too big, but actually that's what I like about them. I actually like the fact that they have like their ginormous size, because in SA1 everything is like so closed in and it's really easy, especially because like unlike SA2 you get to like have all the radars blinking at the same time. Like Knuckles' stages in SA1 are very short and very easy. I actually prefer them in SA2, to be honest. But
yeah, personally, having only played SA2, I didn't have much trouble. Sometimes, yeah, the levels are a bit big, but once you start to learn the levels and see where everything is, I didn't really have that much problem, as a kid.
Okie dokie, let's get away from some Knuckles rap and let's head into some Shadow music. And I feel like we're probably gonna have some hot takes here. I don't know about you, but let's get into our
lukewarm take, rather.
Let's let me lukewarm these nuts for you. Anyway, let's head on into Rhythm and Balance, which is the track for White Jungle.
This is another C tier. Like, I like the beat. I think the way it works in the jungle theme really is fitting. But I don't like the filters for the song, for the voices. It is what Shadow was doing at the time, but I also kind of wish they mixed it better. And that's the thing, like, you can have techno grunge work. I have to understand the singer, though. You can put a filter on, but you have to make it so I can hear the singer. It's very distracting for me.
Lilith in the chat. It's not all hell Shadow, so it doesn't matter. Oh, just wait, Lilith. We're gonna get into something about that, but we'll save that for like closer to the end of the stream.
Oh no!
I like all hail Shadow, but we'll get to that. So. Yeah, I'm putting this in C tier as well. It's bottom of C tier for me. It's just, you can't hear the singer, like, all that well. It's overly filtered. The instrumentals are, like, pretty fun. Like, throw it all away. But, like, just like that song, it's just, I'm not exactly a fan of the whiny rock tone that they went with Shadow for this game. But that's just me. I know a lot of people really like this era of Shadow music. It's just, it ain't for me. It ain't personally for me.
It's not for me.
So where in the C tier would you put it?
Bottom. I like Work It Out better. Because Work It Out, at least while repetitive, has something. I can hear the vocals. It has good vocals.
Okie dokie. Let's move on to the Supernatural, which is the theme for Final Chase, which is Shadow's last level.
Okay, we're getting ready to upset some people here.
Oh yeah, I feel like this one's gonna upset some people, because I remember seeing some people being like, because I don't think that they used this track for the Space Colony Arc stage for Shadow Generations. I might be wrong about that, but I don't think that they used this song for that stage in that upcoming game. So I saw a lot of people being like, yo, where's Final Chase? Why isn't Final Chase the song for this? I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of glad it isn't, because this song's mid. It's actually worse than mid, to be honest.
I remember really liking the Final Chase level. I don't remember the Final Chase theme, probably because we had all the effects, the sound effects boosted. Derek, just so you know, I only ever played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, which was a great remake, but I know a lot of people would say that the original's best, or the one on PS3 is often touted as not that great.
So, okay, so here's the lowdown on like the differences between the versions. Basically, SA1 got like hurt more than SA2 did, because SA2, the main issue that it suffered from in the updated versions is worse audio mixing, and yeah, that's like the big thing. But SA1 got hit harder because there's updated models with worse lighting and altered visuals, and the PS3 version has or I should say the modern version on like PS3, 360, and PC have like this border which you can't turn off without mods. There's a reason why SA1 and 2 have been modded on PC to like make them like closer to how they were on the Dreamcast.
With that being said, I am putting the Supernatural, aka the Final Chase theme. It is an E tier, and this is, I think,
I did the same. I did the same.
It's look, it could have been great. The problem is it is overproduced as hell. It is grungy and edgy, but I can't tell what vibe they want because it's so unfocused. It's slow to start and it stays one note a lot of the time. The techno is super distracting. There's so many points to the song where I'm drawn in different directions. And granted, this is maybe a me problem where I have a problem concentrating on two things when they're both happening at the same time in my ears, especially when I'm like pulled in different directions. I need to stop one thing. But even still, this is 5 different things in 5 different directions. It gives me a headache.
Yeah, this song is just like, the vocals aren't doing it for me like the other songs for Shadow, but unlike those songs where I really like the instrumentals of Throw It All Away and Rhythm and Balance, it's like the Supernatural just doesn't have great instrumentals. They kind of become grating as time goes on. So it's like, yeah, I also put the song in E tier. But yeah, let's head on to a Shadow theme from this game that I actually like for a change. And yeah, this one is iconic. This is for the for True Story, which is the song that plays during the climactic battle between Sonic and Shadow at the end of both of the campaigns. This one is a solid B tier for me. I really like this one.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a solid B tier. It has an energy to it. I love the backing beat. And for a boss fight between Sonic and Shadow, it combines their themes and feel together. I do feel it's a bit muted comparatively for a boss fight, but even still, like, I think it does a great job of showing, okay, these are the two themes clashing, and that's the point, and I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put it in B tier right below Lazy Days. So where are you gonna put it, Zen?
Boy, below Sonic Boom.
Okie dokie. Yeah, it's a good track. It's not like one of my all-time favorites, to be honest, but like I definitely feel that it is very fitting for like this climactic showdown between Sonic and Shadow. Like the moment
it's starting to get very hard to place where the B tier stuff is.
Yeah, no, it's like, yeah, the more you go in, the more it's like, you're comparing apples to oranges, so it's like really hard to determine it all. But like it's I like how this song, like the moment the beat breaks down, it's like da-na-na-na. Like, I like just how disjointed it feels in a good way. It's mainly just my problem with the song is the problem with like the other Shadow songs. Like I just don't vibe with Everett. What's his name? Everett Bradley. Yeah, I just don't really vibe with Everett Bradley's vocals for Shadow's tracks in this game.
It's kind of the same thing with Sonic Boom, where like I love Sonic Boom. I feel like it's a little bit muted, but it's still a banger. So it's like I like Sonic Boom a little bit better because it has more well-known lyrics, something that I can vibe to. But they're both really great. They're both B tier.
Derek's a really big fan of this song. Let me go on to the final of the SA2 songs we have to talk about, which is the theme of the Bio-Lizard boss fight. This is Supporting Me. And
I'm going to say this right.
Personally speaking, this is my favorite Shadow theme in the entire game.
I'm going to say this right now. This is an S tier. This final boss, like the Bio-Lizard boss, not counting the Live and Learn part, like both of those tracks, like when you're fighting the boss, are so beautiful. This is S tier. It's very fitting for the Bio-Lizard boss theme. Actually coherent. It's super well produced. It has grunge, but it has some beautiful vocals and techno. It is what the other should have been because it actually takes the time to let you appreciate each part of it while letting you pay attention to each part of it rather than like, one over the other. S tier, no doubt.
All right, where in S tier would you put it?
Okay, let me just see. I'm opening this now. It's above It Doesn't Matter. What's the one I have next to It Doesn't Matter?
Escape from the City.
It's better than Escape from the City. It's the top S tier.
Nice. I put it in A tier. Like, it's definitely the best of the Shadow themes. It's like, it doesn't exactly hit as hard as like anything I have currently in S tier, but like I really do enjoy it. Like it's the best of the Shadow themes. It's on the upper echelon of this list currently. It's a very good like prelude to Live and Learn, and I like one of the notes I put down for it.
It's not as good as Live and Learn because so far I only have one song that is Live and Learn S++.
Yeah,
I created a category for that. So.
It's the most consistently put together theme for Shadow, and it's like very badass. I can't wait for the to get a clean rendition of the remix from Shadow Generations. I can't wait to hear that. With that said,
and with that, we are done with the Sonic Adventure 2, the longest goddamn vocal tracks in the game.
I think it's legitimately. I think it won't be until Sonic Frontiers that we get a Sonic game with this many vocal tracks. Like, if you want to be technical, like really technical, Sonic and the Secret Rings, I think, has just about as many. But like, I'm not counting a lot of the Sonic and the Secret Rings tracks because they aren't really vocal tracks. They have like 5 words in them that just loop again and again and again. So it's like I'm only counting a few of the Secret Rings tracks.
I mean, Digimon technically did that too.
Yeah, but at least Digimon has like what was like the middle lyric? It's like
change into digital champion.
Yeah. That's the lyrics. To save the digital world. All right, let's move in to the game that Zen is constantly wrong about, and my childhood Sonic game.
Okay, I have to preface this.
Sonic Heroes.
Okay, I want to preface this. Okay, Sonic Heroes is I have a history with, and I'm going to get into this when I get to the Bunt plays and when I get to reviewing it, but the thing with Sonic Heroes is that as a teen, this Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the first Sonic game that I had ever owned. I played it to death. I loved it. I had everyone play with me. We unlocked everything. So I wanted the next Sonic game. It was Sonic Heroes, and I got the PS2 version. Because that's, I had the PS2 versions of other things. And I got 3 levels in, and I hated it. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but when I got to the pinball part, I couldn't get past that level. The level design and the physics and the gameplay did not gel with me. And the first level was fine. I thought it was fine, a little bit janky, but fine. Second level, I don't remember at all, but I remember the pinball. And I
Lil-
think the problem is the
Lilith
PS2
says.
version,
Mhm.
but still,
Lilith says Sonic Heroes gave us Team Dark 10 out of 10, no questions. Yes, that's my girl. She
I
knows
never
what's
got
up.
to Team
She
Dark.
knows what's up.
I only played the Team Sonic. I only played as Team Sonic.
You can play as anyone from the get-go.
Well, I wanted Team Sonic, and I didn't like the third level, so I didn't really gel with it. And it's like, this is one of the reasons why I turned off of Sonic, because it went from Sonic Heroes, I played 3 levels and returned it. It was the first game I'd ever returned and brought back to the store to trade in. And then I got Sonic Riders to change it up. I'm like, it's not a Sonic normal game, but it's a Rider game, and I was so confused. Sonic Heroes and Sonic Riders
that's another good game that Zen is wrong about, because Sonic Riders is good.
Yeah.
Sonic Heroes and Sonic Riders are the 2 games that put me off Sonic for the longest time, and I'm sorry.
Which
we're gonna play them on Bump Plays.
Like I said in private, like it's funny how Heroes and Riders are the 2 games that put you off, because Heroes and Riders were 2 of the games that I got into Sonic with, because my history with Sonic is that I got into Sonic with Sonic X. I watched Sonic X first and foremost, and then when I got my PS2, like not much longer after that, I ended up getting both Sonic Heroes and the Sonic Mega Collection Plus, which is how I experienced the classic games. But not long after that, I got Sonic Riders. So it's like the games I basically grew up on as far as Sonic is concerned, like the most, thanks to the PS2, were the Mega Collection Plus, which is how I played the classics, as well as Heroes, Shadow, and Riders. Like, that's my era of Sonic. And then obviously other games would come out like as time goes on later, like Secret Rings and Unleashed. Those were coming out as I was buying them, you know?
I couldn't afford, or like I played secondhand the first 2 and 3D Blast. And then Sonic Adventure 2 was like my first real exposure to actually owning it, since I played Sonic Adventure 1 for like a level, but Sonic Adventure 2 and then Heroes, and didn't like Riders, and I stopped for a very long time because every single one, and a lot of the problem was I was starting to get into my edgy phase.
Mm-hmm.
So by that time I was playing Prince of Persia: The Two Thrones, or the Warrior Within, where it's like, I stand alone. I was in my edgelord phase, so I moved away from Sonic into the guns.
Fruity says, my brother recently streamed through Sonic Heroes as part of his Sonic Marathon in preparation for Sonic X Shadow Generations. The main complaint is how slippery the gameplay is. Like, yeah, look, I'm not going to say Sonic Heroes is a perfect game. It's not a perfect game. Like, the controls are not ideal. There are definitely points in that game where it feels like you slip into bottomless pits and it's not your fault. The thing is,
and the rails don't work. The rails don't work.
My thing, the rails are fine, but like my thing with
rails don't work.
My thing with Sonic Heroes is that, like, for one thing, I love the level design. The level design is so good, you know, like I know Zen brings up like the pinball stage. It's like one stage in a game that I otherwise think has really good level design. I love the dynamic that you get with all the teams. I love the team blasts, which is just nuke everything, and like everyone has their own different animation for it. I love the lighter tone, how everyone is just kind of doing their own thing. You know, Team Sonic's doing their, like, you know, their own usual thing of like needing to be Eggman, and you know, I like how Team Chaotix is just trying to pay the rent for the month, and like they get this tip from who we later find out to be Eggman, and then meanwhile you just have fucking Team Dark here actually moving the plot forward, and like seeing like, oh my god, is Shadow the real Shadow? Like, is he a robot, or is he the real Shadow? What's going on here? And it's like, it's not a perfect game. It has some control issues, but for one thing, I think that it's honestly like controls that you can get accustomed to. You know, it's not perfect, but like you can get accustomed to them and like get a feel for how they work. And once you can get past that, I think the level design is really good. With that being said,
we'll get to it on Bun Plays when we figure out how we're gonna do it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So fun fact before we get into the songs, like, I have actually figured out exactly how, because the two games that are gonna give us the most shit as far as like how we're gonna tackle them for Bum Plays are Sonic Heroes and Shadow the Hedgehog, because of the need to redo levels again and again. Thing is, I have a good idea of how we're gonna do Shadow. Like, I actually know exactly how we're gonna do Shadow. Sonic Heroes, still figuring it out. Because, like, it's literally just 4 playthroughs of the same game. It's like, I know we're gonna do... At the very least, I know we're gonna do Team Chaotix, like, in its entirety. Because Chaotix have the mission gameplay system, and that's unique. And then we'll probably have Team Sonic to be like, you know, because it's Team Sonic, we'll start as them first. Team Dark and Team Rose, I have no idea how we're currently going to do that, because I think that 4 full playthroughs, like, probably get old. So we'll have to see how we do that. Shadow Expert mode? No, you can't. We're not going to do the Shadow Expert mode, because for one thing, it's fucking hard as hell to get, because you need to get an A rank on every single stage. For another thing, it cuts out all the story, and like it actually takes place after you beat the story, because there's like dialogue in there that can only take place after the narrative of Shadow the Hedgehog. So the way we're gonna do Shadow is, because there's 10 endings in Shadow the Hedgehog, but there's 5 different paths. There's neutral, pure dark, semi-dark, pure hero, and semi-hero. So the way we're gonna do it, and like each of those 5 paths has like 2 endings apiece. So the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna do a playthrough for each path. And then the alternate endings for each path, you know, so we're basically gonna have Zen see like 5 endings, like just going through the game naturally, and then we'll have like sort of an extra videos type thing, where it's gonna be post commentary, and Zen's going through like all 5 parts again, and we'll show like the last boss for all 5 paths to show like the alternate ending for each of those 5 paths. I know I know the way I worded that was really confusing. We'll get to that when we get to Shadow, like, way down the line.
Either way, right now, next is Sonic 3 Knuckles that has been recorded for the actual gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a bit because we have a lot of stuff going on with Danganronpa 2.
Yep. With that said, let's jump into the main theme for Sonic Heroes, which is called Sonic Heroes. Anyway, let's go.
Go figure. This is very on the nose. So A tier for me. It's not the best Crush 40 song, but it has some really great energy. It has a tone unlike any other. It's what Sonic Heroes needed. Even if I hate the PS2 version of the game and it made me hate Sonic for years, I love this theme. Mm-hmm. It's not something that I dislike. It's what drew me into the game and why I picked it up in the first place.
Sorry to cut you off, Zen. I will say one last thing on Shadow for the time being. Yeah, that's bullshit, Lilith, because it's like it's not just that you need to like be in the final boss to find out about the Shadow Android thing. You need to be in that final boss for 9 minutes until Eggman finally says, "Oh yeah, by the way, Shadow, you're the real deal. You're not an android." It's like, why do you have to wait 9 minutes into the boss? What the fuck? For a crucial plot beat, you know?
There's a lot of stuff that's kind of crazy, and we're gonna have to touch upon.
Anyway,
I kind of want to do Shadow Expert mode, but you know.
Well, the problem with Shadow Expert mode is that you have to get an A rank on every single stage, so you can't do it on your first. You can't do it on your first playthrough anyway.
Extras.
Okay. With that said, back to Sonic Heroes. This song is great.
Sonic Heroes.
This is basically my first Crush 40 song, in all honesty, because like again, Sonic Heroes was my first 3D Sonic game. So this is my introduction to Crush 40, and I love how it feels like a main theme for like a superhero show from the 2000s, and it's a good change of pace from the adventure games, because it's still rock, and it's still Crush 40, but like it sets itself apart with like a lighter tone, and I like that. I think it works for this game a lot. I'm gonna put it in A tier, because I really like the track. I'm gonna put it right below Flying to Freedom. I think it's such a good song.
All right, and my list, I put it A tier.
Mm-hmm.
And just below Flying to Freedom.
Yep.
As well.
Same placement. Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I like this breakdown. Yeah. Okay, we can.
All right, we can do anything.
This song's really good. This is another song by Ted Poley and Tony Harnell. Same duo who did Escape from the City, and again, Tony Harnell did It Doesn't Matter in both games as well. So this duo has quite the legacy with vocal sonic tracks. What do you think of this one, Zen?
I'm gonna be a bit weird on it. I think it's a B tier because, like, I've loved every song they've done before this, and I love the beat and melody of this. But I feel like the singing can be weirdly pitched in places. Like sometimes it just goes a little bit too high, a little bit too low. I like the chorus a lot, and I like the message. It just I don't think the singers always harmonize well. I think they have two different vocal tones that don't mix, which is. I get it. The whole theme of Sonic Heroes is they have three heroes together and they're harmonizing. But if the song isn't harmonizing, this is a little bit weird for me. So I put a B tier for my taste.
What place in B tier?
It's under Sonic Boom. What's the one next to Sonic Boom?
Full True Story.
It's below that. What's next to that?
It Doesn't Matter from SA2.
It's above that.
Okay. Yeah, it's
like solid middle B.
For me personally, I'm actually gonna put this in A tier. I really like this song. It's one I don't listen to as often as other songs, but like I really like it because it's just going referring to my notes here. It's a very good song for like the lead team of this game. It's like the corniest of all the songs, like all the team themes in this game. But like I think it makes sense for it to be that way. It makes sense for it to be like this "My friends are my power" kind of song, because you know that's what Team Sonic is, and I think it's a great fit for them. You know, not the best theme by any stretch of the imagination, but like it's got that same vibe as Escape from the City, and It Doesn't Matter, and it's just nice. It's a nice song, and I really like it. But, the best team theme song in this game is the next one, which is the Team Dark theme, This Machine.
I disagree with that, but that's just because there's two really good theme songs. But
there are two really good theme songs, but this is my personal favorite of the teams, the team themes.
This Machine, I originally had an S, but I'm changing that S+ tier. The beat is infectious. It has a mix of badass and techno that complements the characters without feeling too emo or edgy. Then the vocals come in and give some great hooks into Team Dark with some of the best alt-rock I've seen in a while. Like, I would listen to this even without Sonic, and that's saying a lot. Like, this is very good, heavy grunge that's understandable, and I vibe with it so much. So S+ tier for me.
Yeah, which, what position in S+ tier?
All right, what are the other three? So I Believe in Myself.
Yep.
It's above that. Unknown for Me. Ugh, that's hard. It's below Unknown for Me.
Okay. This is an S tier for sure for me. Probably below It Doesn't Matter. I love this song so much. Oh, Danced in Fire. Like, it's so good. It makes you want to sing along with it so bad. Like, This is, I put it in my notes, this is probably like 50% of the reason why I gravitated towards Team Dark in the way that I did. It sets itself apart from the other teams. God, I love the lyrics so much. As the Eggman watches. Like, it's so good. Like, it sets itself apart from the other teams in its tone, which works for the story, considering the fact that, like, whereas all the other teams are doing their own thing, like Team Dark is furthering that plot thread from SA2, like in a big way. I think that really works for it. I think grunge works better for Shadow than like the whiny rock from the first game did, and we're gonna see more of that as we go on, which I'm really happy about. I think it works well for Team Dark as a unit. Considering how they incorporate Omega in there and Rouge, because I like how I like how it's not just all like edginess. I like how there's kind of like that like a bit of a soothing tone there for like the verses, which adds to like, you know, Rouge being a part of Team Dark. I like the mechanical nature of the song because of Omega being added to the dynamic. It's such a good theme. I love this song so much. Yeah. Zen Rouge the back cosplay when.
When I have money.
When I can make an option for her.
I just don't have money.
With that said, as much as I don't want to move on from this song, let's move on to Follow Me, which is the theme song for Team Rose. What do you think about this one, Zen?
I give it an A tier. It's a theme for Amy that does give her less of a stalker feel. Even if the game goes the opposite direction with that, it's like this time there's no way out of marrying me. But in the song, she feels like a girl chasing after a love that she wants to come to her rather than being a stalker. It's much better than ever before. The beat and melody really work for her. At the same time, it doesn't really fit the rest of the team.
Yeah, that's my big problem with it.
So it's a solid A. Let's see where I put in A. Bottom A.
Bottom of A? Okay.
Yeah.
That's very fitting because I'm going to put it at the top of B. I think this is probably the best. I think this is probably the best of Amy's theme songs easily. It's better than Papaya.
But it uses that. It
does use that, which I really like. It's just not. It doesn't have Amy talking about how she wants to shave Sonic's dick, so it's like. I know.
Becoming a veggie.
I know. She says Sphinx in the in My Sweet Passion, but like I don't know why, but I always hear his dick looks so cute. I want to shave it.
Bill, you're fired.
But yeah, so it's a better theme for Amy. It makes her feel more like the, you know, regular girl who gets flung into an adventurous situation that she's sort of supposed to be, or at the very least she was around this era of Sonic. But like you said, as a main theme for like Team Rose, it doesn't really incorporate much of like Cream or Big into the song, you know? Unlike the other teams.
It doesn't have anything for Big.
Yeah, like unlike the other teams, this feels more like a standalone theme for Amy and not a theme for like the entirety of Team Rose. So
which is kind of goes against the feeling of the team dynamic and the fact that, you know, Cream the Rabbit's here and she should have more people like Cream the Rabbit. Come on.
Funny rabbit the game.
But ultimately, yeah, there's the Papayas. I still really like the song. It's probably my least favorite of the team songs, but like it's really good. I very much like the kind of like Disney Channel-esque like vibe it has, if that makes sense. But yeah.
What is she, a cheetah girl?
So with that said, let's move on to the final of the theme songs. Who the hell is messaging me on Discord? Oh, it's a ping from Linkara's server.
Another day, but now you never met.
Okie dokie. Let's switch this up. Oh, Nico B started metaphor early. Okay. Anyway, let us go on to the final team song, which is Team Chaotix, which is the theme for Team Chaotix. Again, with that repetitive naming scheme. But doesn't matter, because this song is amazing.
This is the best song in the game.
Once upon a time.
I don't blame you for thinking that, I will be honest, Zen. It's like, it's not my favorite, but it is like top tier. Where do you rank it?
This is S plus tier. It really makes me want to learn more about Team Chaotix because it's cool. Like Vector sells it with this cool vibe. It's a funky soul song that blends in classic rock It feels like, you know, a guy wearing a leather jacket, sunglasses, playing slap bass. It just really damn works. Like, it's really just the embodiment of classic
I'm sorry.
rock.
I'm sorry. It just really damn works.
Yeah, it really damn works. Damn right.
Also, I really like the line that's come. I really like the line that's about to come up here. Just this line. The muscle is Vector, the karma collector. I really love that. That line slaps so hard.
Yeah, the muscle is Vector, the karma collector. Like, oh god. So I know it's better than Unknown from Emmy, but like what? And what's the top of the list?
Open Your Heart.
One.
Open Your Heart.
Yeah, it's right there. That's where you have it. It's under Open Your Heart.
But yeah, this song is so damn good. I'm going to rank it. I'm gonna rank it at the very bottom of S tier. It's definitely in that top echelon of theme songs. Like, it's one of the best character themes in the game, and it's for 3 characters.
This one actually works because it shows off everyone's ability to do stuff.
Yeah, it's like, it's probably, I like this machine more, but like, as far as like taking the group dynamic into account, I think this one is like probably like the best in terms of showing that, because like it incorporates all of the incorporates all 3 of the characters, which is actually playing right now. SBO was clearly ready to go. It's like, I'm just referring to my notes here. It's like, they've never needed another theme song for this reason. Like, it sounds like a song that the Chaotix just came up with on the fly for themselves. Like, maybe Charmy was like, what if we had our own theme song? And Vector's like, that's a good idea, Charmy, let's do it. And SBO's like, well, I guess this is what we're doing.
I'm gonna grab my bass guitar and
I guess this is, and SBO's just like, I guess this is what we're doing on the weekend now. Which is funny, because Team Chaotix is special. Their team attack in Sonic Heroes is them blaring into a microphone and like playing like really loudly and destroying all the robots around them. It's really funny.
Hey guys, you want to start a band?
Yeah,
I'll get my bass guitar.
What's even funnier than that, actually, I'm just gonna pause this for a sec just so I can like coherently think. What's funnier than that is that in the IDW Sonic comics, Team Chaotix like actually sing their own song. So this is a canon song within the universe of Sonic the Hedgehog. And so, like, it acts great. It's a great blend of what they're about, you know, because it's cool as hell while also being goofy, you know, which is just the Chaotix in a nutshell. It's like, it's hard to put into words just how well this manages to blend in just the level of corniness while also having like just that cool factor. It's like, it's Sonic in a nutshell and it's the Chaotix in a nutshell. It's funny because Sonic Heroes reintroduces the Chaotix because they only ever appeared in Knuckles Chaotix, except for SBO. I think SBO appears in Sonic the Fighters. SBO appears in Sonic the Fighters, but otherwise, they only appear in Knuckles Chaotix. And that's a game that I think Sonic Team had no involvement in, which is also why you don't see the classic Chaotix anymore. So they reinvented the Chaotix for Sonic Heroes as if they were new characters, because they basically were creating new characters from a personality standpoint. And I think they just nailed them right from the get-go with this song. They just, it's so good. It's so good.
It's in my chart so far, it is 3rd from the top. Mm-hmm. So like, when it comes right down to it, this is one of my top. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love it. Yeah,
Lilith is like, they made the song to play as an ad on TV. It's like, yeah, legitimately. It's like it's like they just made the song themselves to be like, hey, let's just have a fun song to show what we're all about, you know?
All right, moving on to What I'm Made Of, also known as the final boss theme I don't know too much about the game. I know there is a final rush and a final boss.
Zen, I'm getting ads for the Grimace Shake.
Phil, you're fired.
I'm getting ads for the Grimace Shake. Like,
you're fired.
Happy birthday, Grimace. Splat drops dead.
Phil, just continue on.
No! Anyway, here's what I'm made of.
So for me, what I'm made of, I haven't actually played this far into the game. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if it's the final boss or the true final boss or how they run it.
It's the final boss theme, yeah.
Okay, so I put it at S tier. This is definitely classic. Crush 40 nails a different vibe here. It's not as badass as the other final boss theme from before, though, and it is more introspective. It oozes cool. It's all about being the best me that you could be, and I feel like this game really tackled a different rock style while upping the cool, but it just doesn't hit as hard as, you know, the final boss themes of other games.
I love this breakdown so hard. Try to reach inside of me. Like, I love it so much. This game's soundtrack is so good. Where would you put it, Zed?
S tier. I just said S tier.
Yeah, but like what position?
It's getting hard. It's better than It Doesn't Matter.
You just what I'm made of now. Yeah, go ahead.
What are the top two there? I can't see it.
Supporting Me and Escape from the City.
It's better than Escape from the... No, wait, no, it's not better than Escape from the City. So it's
right there.
Right there, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
it's getting harder.
It is getting harder. Meanwhile, I am actually, in all honesty, gonna put this right below Live and Learn. I adore what I'm made of. This is such an underrated final boss theme. It's not the best final boss theme, but it is damn like close and like right up there. It is. I like it more than Open Your Heart. I love the breakdown right here. I love the chorus. I have to resist not just singing out the what I'm made of part. Like, oh, it's so good. It's just looking through my notes just so I can make coherent thoughts right now. Yeah, it's one of the most underrated Crush 40 songs. The gradual build-up from the verses going into the chorus. I also think it works for Metal Sonic, because, like, you know, it kind of just shows that, like, no matter how hard Metal Sonic tries, he's never gonna be, like, he's never gonna top, like, the real deal. He's never gonna top the real Sonic. Because, like, Metal Sonic's whole character in this game is, like, wanting to, like, be better than the real Sonic. He wants to be the definitive Sonic the Hedgehog. And, you know, the song, like, what I'm made of, like, showing, you know, like, this is who I am, this is what I'm made of, you're never gonna be the real deal, and I really love that thematically, matching up with Metal Sonic. I can't wait to hear this again in Shadow Generations when you're fighting Metal Overlord. It's like, oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. I can talk all day about how much I love this song. With that said, that is all of these...
We still have a lot to go, Phil, so we do
have
have to...
We don't have that many. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs left. Okay, let's head
9
on.
songs is still a lot, okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, because we've been at this for a while.
It's not that much. How long have we been going? We're going an hour and 20 minutes. That's not that long. We you know, it's not that long.
It's been a long day of work, okay?
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, let us go on, in that case, to Shadow the Hedgehog. I know Teef has been waiting for this one.
Shadow the Hedgehog, you mean Gun, the video game?
Epic rap battles of history! Maria Robotnik versus Gun begin! Okay, this is the main theme of Shadow the Hedgehog. I am all of me. What do you think of this one, Zen?
I actually changed this. Sorry.
Oh, good.
I originally had this as S tier, but it's now S+. I think this is the best song of this game. Looking back at everything that I'm thinking back here, like, There are some really good ones, but this is my favorite song of Shadow the Hedgehog. I Am All Me. It's late stage 2000 edge, but it manages to remain really cool despite it. It's a very good introduction to Shadow and his guns. It makes a statement in that same vein. It reminds me of I stand alone and how it makes a statement for the direction of a character. Guns and motorcycles, but it's okay because we have this music.
Yeah,
for S plus,
where would you put it?
Where would I put it? Let me just see. It's better than Believe in Myself. I'm gonna put it just below Unknown from ME.
Okay. Do it, can you see all of me? This is going right at the top, right below Live and Learn. Oh, I love this song. Love it, love it. I feel like I've been saying I love it constantly throughout this this stream, but I can't help it. Like, now we're getting into the Sonic songs that are just so, like, just amazing. And we're not even covering 06 in this stream. And 06 has, like, some of my all-time favorites. But, yeah, like, I Am All of Me is, like, one of the best songs in the series, which, like, for the longest time would have gotten you laughed at. But, like, I feel like nowadays most people are really just, they're aware of just how good
we're just
this
along
song
for the
is.
ride. Like, when I first got into, like, the edgelord stuff, I was like, oh man, this is amazing. And then I grew older and I'm like, oh man, that's cringe. But now, you know what, like, as an adult, as someone, it's a lot of the edgelord stuff can still work, and I feel like this actually still works in so many ways. Like this again, I stand alone. This is that for Sonic.
But also, I like how it's an instant mood setter. Because, like, the great part about this song to me is, like, it has connective tissue to SA2 and the fact that, you know, it's rock and it's Crush 40. But, like, it's so much darker than what we got before, which is, like, all too fitting for the game it's attached to. But, like, it's... You can make the argument that it's maybe a little too overbearing. But, like, for the game it's attached to, I think it works really well. Especially because of the plot that, like, is, you know, in the game. And I really like the song. And also, it's a banger. Like, it's just a straight banger. I don't care what anyone says. This song is, like, one of the best in the series. Everyone in the chat knows it. I think because it's Shadow the game, Sonic and Guns. It would be fun. It would not be fun. Like, it's... Look, ultimately, Shadow the Hedgehog is a game with a lot of flaws, but, like, I still get my enjoyment out of it, all things considered. But we'll get to that when we get to it down the line.
All right, next one.
Yeah, so I put it right at the top of S tier. It's such a great song. But with that said, now we get into the... Oh, wait, no, actually, no, we don't get into the ending themes yet. Now we get into the remix of Eggman's theme. It is the Doc Robotnik mix, which I really like the pun with Robotnik there. But what do you think of this remix, Zen?
This is another one that I changed. Originally, I had this at A tier, but the more I think about it, like, it's a B tier, and it's like the original I Am the Eggman is amazing. It is one of my favorite songs that they ever made for Eggman. The problem is, like, while I love that it's a very robotic remix of Eggman's theme, it has nearly as good as the original. It has a beat that kicks in high gear. It's roboticized. It has a great job remixing it. But there's barely any lyrics, and it's like it takes down a major peg. And it's like the fact that, like, they, aside from like a couple things here and there, it needs lyrics. So where am I gonna put this? Let me just see here. Near the bottom. What's the one at the very
the one at the very bottom is Throw It All Away.
Yeah, I want to put it at the bottom B tier.
My empire. Like, see, here's my thing with this song, is that I do think the original is better, but this is a damn good remix for the way in which, referring to my notes here, which, I mean, I've been doing the entire stream, but, like, it has parts of the song that sounds that sound even more sinister than the original did because of the way that like the robotic tone like warps the song to like make it like sound just
which
like
is good. It just if they did it with lyrics, like if the whole song from the original lyrics was used with this type of remix,
yeah, like
you don't have to have every little thing, but like it needs lyrics.
Yeah, like the lyrics really made the original song work as well as it did. And so like it's hard because like yeah, like the lyrics being as lacking as they are in this remix does mean that it gets knocked down a peg, but there are so many parts of the song that I just think go harder than the original because of like the new robotic tone. So I would say personally I'd give it like I would put it somewhere in A tier, like probably below a Ghost Pumpkin Soup, probably around there. Yeah, I think that's a good position for it. I think that's yeah, I'm happy with that. All right. So with that said, the beat really does help this remake a lot. Yeah, it does. It really does.
The beat helps it a lot. I have a problem with its lack. It feels like it's missing a lot something, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Now we get to the endings, which make up a lot of the Shadow the Hedgehogs.
Oh yeah, and for the longest time, I didn't really listen to these songs a whole lot. I mainly just listened to I Am All of Me and Never Turn Back. But these there is some gold in these in these ending themes for sure.
First, and then there's some shit too.
There is some shit.
Okay.
There is some mid in here. But I do like this first one we have coming up here. This is Waking Up, which is the this is the theme. This is the ending theme for the neutral ending. What do you think of this one, Zen?
I put it in A tier. It's got some energy to it that I like, but Shadow Android is dumb, and they reference that here, and I feel there's something missing. It's got great vocals.
They don't really reference Shadow Android here. I think the whole Shadow Android thing is a little overhated anyway, but we'll get to that again down the line.
It's dumb, but I haven't played the game. But it's got great vocals. It's too robotic. It's a bit slow and repetitive compared to others. I still put it A tier on my own. It's not bad. It's just not the best. I'd probably put it at the bottom of A tier.
Very bottom?
What's the current bottom?
Current bottom is Follow Me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna put it close to the bottom of A tier. I'll put it like right below the Robotnik remix. So my thing with this is like, so this is done by the same person who did This Machine. This is done by Julian K, who did This Machine for Sonic Heroes. Like that song, I think they bring a really fun grunge track to this game. I think for an ending where Shadow is like all by his lonesome, and he says, screw the good guys, screw Black Doom, screw Eggman, I'm just gonna go on my own path, you know, I don't care if I am an android, or if I am the real... You know, I don't care if I am an android, I don't care if I am the real deal, I'm just gonna lead my own path. I think it works really well for that. Especially like with the lyrics like, this is what it means to be free, like it's a really kick-ass track. I really like it. It's not like the very tippity top on my list, but like it's a really fun track for like what's probably going to be the first ending that anyone playing the game goes for, since like it's just the it's the go to the end of the goal ring ending basically. Do you have anything else to say about it?
No, it's a solid A tier, but we've seen a lot of better songs here, and I kind of want to talk about the next one more.
Oh yeah, you guys ready for some shit?
You guys ready for some shit?
How are you enjoying that goggly intro to this song, chat?
God, this is
Almost Dead, which is the ending theme for both the pure dark ending and the semi-dark ending. They apparently like this song so much that they had to use it for two of the paths. Yeah, I think this is. I think for both of us, this is the
F tier.
This is the first F. This is the first F tier for both of us. Yeah.
So for me, it is
dead.
the one
Almost
song.
dead. It's like, it's not good.
For me, this is the one song that really feels dated and try hard in the entire game. Like, most of the songs you can still vibe with, and they haven't, like, outdated themselves, but it really feels out of place. It wants to sound badass and evil, but it ends up feeling like it's dumb as a result. It's like that one friend that, you know, thinks that they're really cool as shit, but really are not. I can't vibe with vocals or
Fruity
the beat.
says,
it's just not something I like.
Fruity says he actually loves this song. I'd be interested to hear why. For me, like, it goes hard, but not in a good way. This is the derogatory term for goes hard. It's like, it feels like the singer is trying so hard to sound gruff and put on that angsty tone. And like, I talked about grunge a second ago and how I think it fits for Shadow. But this is like a try-hard kind of like grunge. And
this is not grunge. This is like trying to be screamo, but not really.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're
it
going
dates
for.
It dates the song really hard. This is like this is the kind of stuff you'd hear in like a horror movie in the mid 2000s, you know? And it's like, and not in a good way. This is like really just, yeah, it's kind of bleh. Like, I get it's for the evil ending.
Apparently
for
it
Shadow.
sounds like Scott Staff on drugs.
Okay. Like, I get that it's for the evil ending of Shadow the Hedgehog, and it's like, I get it, but like, I think they should have gone with something a little more somber or moodier, like not try hard like this is, you know?
It's just, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like it
Can we go
either.
into something better? Something better?
Alright, so next up we have The Chosen One, which is the semi-hero ending theme of the game. What do you think of this one, Zen?
This is surprising for me because this, I feel like, is more fitting for a true hero ending. But we'll kind of get to that one in a minute. I put it at B tier. It's very angelic and ethereal. I love the vocals. I love the melody. It is a bit slower than some of the others that I like, but I do like the direction they go with it. The only part I don't like is them trying to belt out, I am the chosen one. It's not good. I don't think they nail that note. That's the one sour note. It kind of brings it down. So it's a B tier for me.
Where in the B tier would you put it?
Okay. What's near the bottom there?
The Dark Crow Beatnik mix of Eggman.
Better than that. What's after that?
Throw It All Away.
Better than that. What's next?
Two Sonic Art tracks, Diamond in the Sky and Back in Time.
Not as good as Diamond in the Sky. Right there.
Yeah. Very quickly, Fruity says the reason why he likes Almost Dead is because he doesn't apply it to Shadow. It's why I adopted onto one of my other Sonic OCs since I feel it fits better. But that's personal reasons. Yeah, okay, I get you on that. He doesn't like the Chosen One. Yeah, I think this one's kind of mid. Personally speaking, I think the Chosen One is a little bit mid. I like the
They're
approach.
a little bit different, and I'm gonna have some head turners in the next.
Oh yeah,
one, but,
yeah. Let's wait for the next one. But for this one, I would say like I like the approach of it being like a slower, moodier song. The execution is just kind of generic for me. It's like it doesn't feel like a song that fits for like a Sonic game, not even a modern Sonic game, and not even really for Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, you know, I feel like this is something that you would hear in like the mid 2000s on the radio. In the way of like, it's just kind of like a filler generic song that plays in between like the songs you actually want to hear on the radio, if that makes sense. It's fine. It's whatever. It's just kind of mid. It's
I think Creed is better than that. Like Creed is better than this.
Yeah, I'm putting it in C tier myself. Like,
I
right below
vibed a
Throw It
lot
All
with
Away.
Creed because back in the day I dealt with some major depression. Creed was there, and
Yeah.
I didn't go into like Christian, but I listened to a lot of Christian rock like Flyleaf. So you know,
Yeah, Fruity says it feels like Christian rock.
it does kind of feel like that. All right,
Now,
All
we
right,
get
I need
into-
you all sitting down.
Yeah,
I need you all sitting down.
Now we get probably Zen's most controversial take of the tier list so far. We have just wait for the ad to fucking be skipped. We have the pure hero ending theme, probably the most popular ending theme from this game. We have All Hail Shadow by what's the band's name? By Magnify. That's the band's name. So what do you think about this song, Zen?
I need you all to sit down for a minute here, because I created a new tier for this.
Fruity
this
says
is G.
Fruity says I'm standing up. Well, you're probably gonna fall down in a second.
This is G tier. This is below F. Looking at my notes here. Holy fuck, I hate this. I hate this. And I don't know how to accurately describe it. The singer has this weirdly straining voice that sounds like every word hurts, and that he's like gargling, and that like he's going through a kidney stone. I hate the way they sing the chorus. This is just awful for me. I don't want it near me. I don't like the beat. It's also overproduced. It's not coherent. The lyrics are yikes. Like, I hate every bit of this.
Wait. The lyrics are yikes?
Yeah.
Determination of the strong, Zen. Found the feeling that you've searched for so long. Like, it's so good. It's so good, Zen. Like, what are you talking about?
No, it's awful. This is awful.
What do you mean it's awful? What do you mean it's awful?
This is awful. I'm sorry,
Fruity,
but like,
Fruity
I don't
says,
like.
Fruity says should have sat down. My knees are now bending the other way.
This guy needs a lozenge, but it feels like weirdly strained and forced. Every single thing does not fit Shadow, and it's just like I don't like any bit of this.
It fits Shadow pretty well. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one.
I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. You're
okay,
fired.
Let me remedy this, guys. Let me remedy this, guys. All Hell Shadow I'm putting at the bottom of B tier, because I will say this. I think that the singer is kind of off in this song. I don't like the scratchiness to his voice. I think there are a lot of points where he does sound kind of forced.
It hurts my ears.
I do think he does kind of sound forced at a lot of points of the song. I do think, because jumping the gun here, we're not going to get to this until next stream, but All Hail Shadow does have a Crush 40 remix, which was done for Sonic 06, and that's Shadow's theme for that game. That version, I think, is much better than this one. But as for this song, I still think that the Magnify version is good. It's just, how far are we into the song? I'm gonna put a little bit down.
I hate the band. I just hate the band. Like, I'm sure the song could be fine with something else, but I don't like any part of this.
Like, again, the vocals aren't the best, but I love the lyrics. I think it's cheesy in all the right ways. I think if it's Shadow very well...
I think it's cheesy in the wrong ways for me. That's why I said the lyrics are yikes.
You're making a lot of enemies with this one, Zen.
Look, they hate... If they didn't hate me already because I put Crystal Skull above some of the classic, movies, like, I can survive anything. Like, you can hate me, but I'm a ghost. I'm just gonna come back. You're gonna love me.
Yeah, I think most people in the chat are still in agreement that this is, like, the weakest version of the song. Because, again, the 06 version is better. Because, like, Crush 40 are amazing. They sing the song really well. Johnny G.O.L.E. sings the song very well. Fruity also mentions that the Nate Wants the Battle version of the song is really good. I agree on that as well.
Lil agrees with me on Crystal Skull. Thank you, Lil.
Yeah,
and so does Eliza.
Crystal Skull's fine. It's not a great movie. It's fine for me. So let me refer to my notes here because I felt like I was talking. I was like talking over the song aggressively there. So let's see. The vocals aren't the best, but the lyrics I think fit a hero Shadow very well. That's it. I think it fits like a good guy Shadow really well, because ultimately that's what Shadow is. As edgy as he can act, Shadow is a good guy at the end of the day. The instrumentals I think are great, and I think the end of the chorus is great as well. It's a good song. It just needs better vocals. Like I think that's the big thing. I don't like the scratchiness that the singer brings, and
I don't like the mixing either.
I feel like by the time we get to, the mixing's okay. It's kind of mid. I'll give you that. But like I feel like by the time we get to the next stream, we're gonna be seeing the '06 version like somewhere like over here. But that's for next stream. We'll get to that when we get to it. For now, the Magnify version, I'm gonna put at the bottom of B tier.
Oh, you're still fired, but even still, they're gonna hate me. Whatever. We're gonna move on because when I talk about Danganronpa 2 for 15 hours, it'll be fine.
Anyway, we have the final ending track in Shadow the Hedgehog. It is the ending track for the last episode, so it's the true ending theme. This is Never Turn Back, which before we get into the actual rock piece for this song, we get this nice like 30 to 40 second piano piece, which I really like because I think it fits really well with like the ending of Shadow, where Shadow like discards the picture he has of like Maria and Gerald, and he's like he's like sayonara Shadow the Hedgehog, and I think it really works well to tie into that. I like how this song basically encapsulates Shadow going, you know, I'll miss Maria, I'll miss Gerald, but now that we have this whole Black Doom thing aside, now that I have my memories, it's time for me to just go my own way. I can't obsess over Maria and Gerald for my entire life. I need to move on. I need to go onto my own way. And, you know, I'm gonna be honest, you know, just before I'm sorry to jump the gun here, Zen. I know I usually give your take first, but I'm gonna be completely real here. Of all the songs we've talked about so far, Never Turn Back is currently my favorite. Of all the ones we've talked about so far, I absolutely adore this track. This song, like, means a lot.
Wow.
As far as you know, the themes of the games and the themes of the songs and like the composition as a whole, I think this song just works the best. It is like it's so good at being. Let me refer to my notes. Like, it has Crush 40's best traits come out in full force, while also being a fantastic encapsulation of the end of Shadow's arc. After all the turmoil he has to go through, he's ready to put it all behind him and carve out a new legacy. It's like a punctuation point on that theme and that arc, and more than Live and Learn. And Live and Learn is amazing. It is so good. It is like an amazing final boss theme for that game. But I feel like thematically, this song takes it up a higher a higher level. And yeah, I adore Never Turn Back. It is such a good song. What about you, Zen?
S tier for me. It's I love that it's angelic at first with the piano giving rise to one of Crush 40's best. It feels like a triumph for Shadow, an evolution of his character, an old school classic road trip motorcycle rock. It's very good. And where I'm gonna put it in the S tier, if I can open this up, okay.
You think it's better than Supporting Me?
No. You know what? Top of that. Yeah,
okay.
Top.
Yeah, I love it. I also love the I love the chorus for this one. I love the "But I'll never turn back." Like I love the.
Yeah,
I love the vocals for this because
it's a fantastic theme. It's just not as good as some of the ones in Sonic Heroes, or not even as good as I Am All of Me. But because like, it is really up there.
I love how there's a little bit of restraint as well because it goes hard. Like he goes hard into the lyrics, but like he has a little bit of restraint, so he's not like overly yelling the songs and like it goes hard without going over the top, which I love for like this tone of a song. But yeah, that's Shadow the Hedgehog. Like a bit of a mixed bag when you like look at the like where we have them, because I have one in F tier, one in C, one in B, one in A, like two in A, two in S, like kind of all over the map with Shadow the Hedgehog on that. And you're kind of similar in that aspect as well.
G.
Yeah, G tier. With that said, we got two more songs left, just kind of to end off this stream. Luckily, these ones aren't very long, especially the first of these. First up, we have Sonic Speed Riders, which is the main theme for Sonic Riders. So let's open that up. What do you think about this one, Sam?
When I was young and when I was playing, like, I didn't like Sonic Heroes, and I thought, I'm not sure. But then I saw the trailer for Sonic Riders, and they played this song. It made me want the game. Like, on its own, it's a very funky Dance Dance Revolution type music. This is a selling point. It's short and sweet. It's not super vocal, but it does a good job of selling the game. Unfortunately, I played the opening, loved this opening theme, hated the game because I was so confused about what the hell I was supposed to do. I played 5 minutes, put it down, took it back to the store. I put in Naruto, I think it was one of the Naruto games at the time for PS2. I really wish I had taken the time to, like, continue with it. But this song is a solid B tier. It's grown less and less as I've gone to it. Probably. Okay, can you pull up my thing for me? Okay. B tier. What's above it?
The bottom of B tier right now is the Robotnik mix for Eggman.
I'm gonna put that bottom B tier now, so it's just below the Robotnik.
Yeah,
because it needs more vocals. It's short.
It is very short. It's very much like a. Oh god, these fucking ads are stupid. It feels like the main theme of a Sonic anime that didn't happen, and obviously an anime did happen with Sonic X, but like, it feels like it's got a different tone
Sonic
to it.
anime happens.
Yeah, I think actually I'm pretty sure the animators for the intro of this game are the Sonic X animators, but I could be wrong about that. I really like this song. It's not great. It is short, and the lyrics are very weird. It's not even the lyrics. It's the singer, because you can tell that they are very British. So like, instead of "I've gotta hit you," he's like, "I gotta hit you." It's like, you can tell he's very, very British.
British.
Yeah, let us commence forth. British. Anyway, so he's also humping the soundtrack at one point of the song where he's like, so anyway. I'm gonna put it in B tier as well. I'll probably put it like somewhere near the bottom of B tier. It's either that or All Hail Shadow, or like one or the other at the bottom. I'm gonna put it at the very bottom of B tier as well. I think that works for it.
I think you're wrong about All Hail Shadow, but your position for this song is correct.
Okay. With that said, we have one more song. One more song for this stream.
Final.
And it is the theme song for the Babylon Rogue, which are the new team of characters we have for Sonic Riders. You know, Jet the Hawk, Wave the Swallow, and Storm the Albatross. Characters who I really miss, by the way. I miss the Babylon Rogue. I think that they are very fun characters and very fun foils for Sonic. Like, I like how with other characters, you know, Shadow's doing his own thing, Knuckles is protecting the Master Emerald. I'm talking about, like, rivals to Sonic. You know, Shadow's off doing his own thing, Knuckles is protecting the Master Emerald, you know, Silver's in the future. Meanwhile, Jet is right here, and he's just like, I want to beat Sonic in a race. I want to beat Sonic in a race.
A very special race.
A very special race.
The fastest.
A very special race to see who's the fastest. But yeah, really fun characters. The Babylon Rogue. Not a great theme song. Don't really like this theme a whole lot. What about you, Zen?
So this one, I want to be honest. This started at A. Because it starts off really great. I love the funk, the echoey vocals. It's not exactly fleshed out, but for a racing game, I love it. And then the rap hits, and it goes down to D tier.
Yeah.
It's like, until the rap, it's awful. I wish the rap wasn't in there. It ruins an otherwise good song, and it's very drawn out, but the rap is not... They don't have flow. Which is the problem. Like, when a rap is sung
it's
too
very
fast,
disjointed. It's very disjointed in, like, a wrong way, where it feels like nothing fits together.
So I put it as a D tier, and then what do I have for D tier currently?
It's the only other thing in B tier is My Sweet Passion.
Yeah, bottom D.
Yeah, it's it's not very good. Like I am also gonna put it in D tier.
If it wasn't for the rap being so offbeat, if it wasn't for the rap that like doesn't have a flow, I would definitely put it a B or an A. But like it ruins its own song.
Like it's unfortunate because like the thing is I'm spoiled because like there is a better version of the song in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity. I'm actually gonna put the song down because it's like distracting me because I'm not a fan of this goddamn rap. The unfortunate thing about this song is that there is a better version of it in Sonic Riders Zero Gravity, where it's done by the same team. It's done by Rumblebee, just like this song is. And it's so much better. It's so much better. The rap is more slower paced. It has a nice melody in the background. Like, the instrumentals to this song aren't bad, but like, it feels disjointed with all the vocals and it just doesn't work. It's like, I don't like it. I haven't liked it since first listen, like 10 years ago or whatever, like over 10 years ago. It's like 10 to 15 years ago. But like, yeah, I'm just not a fan. I'm not a fan of it. I think that they dropped the ball with this one and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the Babylon Rogue. It's not good. Like, yeah, and Fruity's like, yeah, I like the Zero Gravity song too. Like, Zero Gravity, like, was great in that it updated the theme for the Babylon Rogues, and like it works really well there. We'll get to it next time, but yeah, for the original Catch Me If You Can, nah, don't like it. It doesn't fit the Babylon Rogue, and it's too disjointed in all the wrong ways. So yeah, that's my opinion on that song. And Lilith says the Babylon Rogue are a big part of the latest IDW storyline. I gotta catch up to it because I am very behind with the IDW comics. But yeah, guys, that is our current standings. I'll put Stardust Speedway back in the background.
We're finally here.
Performing
I need
for
a drink.
you. Yeah, we're finally past the Dreamcast era. Next time we're going to talk about like the late 2000s era. Probably going from like 06 all the way to like probably before Colors. So that's a lot of ground to cover. That's like 06, Secret Rings, Rush Adventure, Sonic Rivals 2, Riders Zero Gravity, Unleashed, Black Knight. It's a lot to cover. But the good thing is that unlike Sonic Adventure 2, which had like 17 to 20 different songs, a lot of these games don't have like an overabundance of vocal tracks, which is good. But yeah, my voice hurts, I'm gonna be honest, because we talked a long time about these songs.
I'm tired. I was gonna record after this. I don't think I'm gonna have the energy. I might just lie down after this after taking some tea.
I'm sorry, we had a lot.
Record Danganronpa tomorrow.
We had a lot to talk about. Zen is going to be going to Iowa again for the next 2 weeks. But after she's done with that, I do intend for us to have one more part of this stream before October is over. Probably like last week of October, we'll do the next part about this.
And I will tomorrow. I'm going to try to at least get 2 recordings of something done. And I'm this close to getting Danganronpa 2. I'm gonna see what I can do. Right now, you know, I only have one more gameplay. Then it's like a lot of it is less recording from here on in. I have the rough edit is coming along really well to the point where like Nick has nearly caught up with me again. So like,
yeah,
we're nearly done with the recording and rough edit of Danganronpa 2.
And Tifa has begun editing her bits for Danganronpa 2. I still have one more video to do before then, but after that video is done, I'm dedicating my time to Danganronpa 2. At the very least, Zen just has a few more recordings to go, and Danganronpa 2 will be out of her hands. And then after that, you basically just have to look towards me and Tifa as far as, like, you know, wondering where Danganronpa 2 is, because at that point it'll be you know, it'll be out of Zen's hands, so you don't gotta give her grief about it anymore.
We're nearly there, and then I'm gonna focus on other things. Danganronpa 2 has been a big hurdle. It's the longest video I've ever done.
Yeah,
and that's saying something.
By far the longest. Like, this video is gonna end up being like more than double the length of the first video, and the first video was 2.5 hours long.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be maybe 7 hours.
I don't know about 7 hours, just because like
it's a full Quentin. A full Quentin.
The first video was like 3 hours raw, and that's without the story segment. And so we ended up cutting down a lot because of like taking out your breaths and like some miscellaneous lines being like trimmed down. So it's like, it's not, if the raw audio for this ends up being 7 hours, it's not gonna be 7 hours. I'll say that much. Like, there's gonna be stuff that gets cut down.
Rough audio, but still, it's gonna be a lot. And it's the longest thing I've ever attempted. I put a lot of effort into this one.
Yeah.
So we're working on it, and then I'm gonna get back to like Sonic and Midnight Combo Pack and all this other stuff that I'm working on. Is just this to put into perspective. The first one, I did 16 recording sessions for Danganronpa 1. So far, I've put in 40, not counting 2 story segments and an in-between.
To be fair, you also do cover less ground with your audio sessions nowadays compared to previously, because in the past, you used to record like a bunch of paragraphs for like one audio session, whereas now you limit yourself to about 3 or 4 paragraphs.
5 right now, but even still, like I have about 31 hours of recording raw audio.
Yeah. With that said, one other thing I want to say is we're gonna be returning to streaming next week, like regularly. At least I'm hoping to. And the game I'm going to be coming back with is a game I've been wanting to play for a long time. That being Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. So I hope you guys look forward to that. I've been meaning to play this game for ages. I still haven't decided exactly which clan of vampire I want to play as yet. It's not going to be Malkavian, and it's not going to be Nosferatu, because those 2 clans change up the game a lot, to the point where it's like those would be better saved for like multiple playthroughs. So I'll see. Part of me wants to do Ventrue, but Ventrue is also hard because you have to like not do like peasant blood. You know, you can't suck the blood of like prostitutes or the homeless. You gotta like have it be like upper echelon civilians. So yeah, we'll see how we go for that. Ventrue's my default. Like, yeah, Ventrue sounds like it'd be a lot of fun, but you have to actively avoid sucking the blood of homeless people and prostitutes, because like, you know, that's like unpure blood basically. So, you know, we'll see what we do next time. We'll see which clan we pick when we get to that next time. But with that being said, would you like to sign off, Zen?
With that being said, I'm Zenith Warrior Princess, the cutest of ghost buns.
And I am Philip, you know, hoping to get back to regular streaming. And with all that said,
and we will have Danganronpa 2 in several months, but
yeah,
it's almost there.
We're aiming to have it done by the end of winter. You know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Here's hoping. With that being said, take care, everyone. I'll see you guys next week for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. And until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.